It's 2:31 on Monday, July the 27th, 2026. I just finished editing my last video. I've uploaded it, but I haven't even released it to the public yet. But then I took a break to go check what's going on in the YouTube streets, and I saw that JLR was live with breaking news, and in his title he said that Savannah released a new Plea video. When I clicked on his video, he was talking about the Tate brothers, so I had to go to ThornbridgeXUnfiltered, who was the next person that was live at the time, and Jennifer and Glen were playing the video. So I paused the whole thing along the way, and I transcribed it, and I put it in my brand new little notebook that I told you guys I bought, so we can do our little tarot readings. The reason I put it in here and not on a loose leaf is because I know we're going to come back to this and dissect it as we go along, because I'm going to ask you guys to ask questions down in the comments below, any questions that pop into your brain, okay? So Savannah read this more deliberate than I'm going to read it, because she took pregnant pauses along the way, like 1 to 2 second pauses in between each sentence. One of the pause was at something where I think she needed a comma, because after that she started the sentence with an and. I'm just a stickler for grammar, guys, so I pay attention to that type of stuff right away. I noticed that she didn't use a lot of contractions, and I think when people talk without a lot of contractions is because they're trying to make a point, right? So she wasn't loud, or boisterous or anything like that, but she started like, I'm coming on today with a very specific message. And she swallowed. It has been months since her mom has been taken from us. Monotone like that, and those pauses in between. Okay, I'm going to speed it up a little bit. Our family is in agony. We're in a nightmare that will not end. Nothing about our situation has changed. We have done our part, and we will never stop looking for her. We will always ache for her and feel that hole in our hearts. Then she pauses here for a longer sigh. Swallows, pause. Sigh. The world can be a cruel and unforgiving place, and I know that you've tried to do things the right way. That's the part where she paused long and then started with an and, right? So I'm asking you, begging you to do the right thing now. Make the right choice. Help us find her. Tell us where to look for her. I have more inflections in my voice than she did, okay? She did it really monotone. I truly believe it is never too late to do the right thing. Help us bring this situation to an end. For all of us, no matter where we've been or what we've done, I believe there's always a way home. Please make the right choice. So the first question that came to my brain is who? Who, like the owl, who? Who is she talking to? A lot of people in Thornbridge chat and JLR chat was saying, oh, it's Annie and Tommaso. I don't think so. I don't think she's talking to Annie and Tommaso. If Savannah is innocent and she's pleading with the kidnapper, she's not pleading to her sister and her brother-in-law, because she could talk to them behind the scenes. If she suspects them of anything, she can say, look, sis, brah, you guys have to come clean because this is going on too long. Tell me where to find mom, and I'll find a way to protect you so you don't spend an eternity in prison. I feel like she'd be able to do that, right? So I don't know who she's talking to, so we're going to go right into the first question, and we're going to ask, who is she talking to? We know it's the kidnapper or kidnappers. We know that part. But specifically who? Let's see if the cards will tell us. You know that we've given different cards to different people. Tommaso is the Knight of Cups. And then Cameron is the King of Wands. Savannah is the Queen of Swords. Annie is the Queen of, I believe she's Wands or Cups. The one that has psychic ability. I don't remember which queen. But it's Cups. It's Cups. Because I remember I have the custard in the cup. Miss Nancy is the Empress and the Eight of Swords. The Sheriff is the Emperor, right? So we've kind of labeled a few people. And there are other players in the game that we haven't given cards to, but we will know who they are when they pop up. Do you trust me? Do you think we'll know together? I think we will. I think we will. 5 cards. Who? Show me who. Show me. Show me. Show me who Savannah was talking to when she said, when she spoke specifically to that person. All right? That's what we don't see coming. Why did Tommy come up? Are we going to override the cards? I always tell you that I ask the question, I have an answer in my brain. This time I don't have an answer in my brain. Honestly, I don't. And then I read the cards and I try to understand what it's trying to tell me. And I've already told you I don't think she's talking to Tommaso and Annie, but why did Tommaso come up? 3 of Pentacles. 3 people. Which 3? I still don't think it's Tommaso and Annie. So who else are on the peripheral? Luke? I don't think nobody has given Carlos another thought except for me. I still keep him on this side. Who else? I know who it is. Put it down below. I'm going to count from 1 to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's Derek Kalala. Or Kayeye, or whatever his name is. This is the addiction card. Remember, Tarot, Lenormand, and Oracle cards are for entertainment purposes only. And we don't have no way of knowing if this is facts, okay? This is our opinion, my opinion. By the way, when you write your comments below, if you're giving me your theory, preface it by putting IMO, in my opinion, IMO. Put it to protect yourself, all right? I protect myself with my banners that I put here, and I say it out of my mouth. The banners are for the people who are hearing impaired. Out of my mouth is for, you know, everybody else that's listening. You put IMO. If you're going to give your theory and your opinion, put IMO to protect yourself, all right? It's Derek. She's talking to Derek. But why would she come up with a plea on Instagram to Derek? Derek is in rehab. Oh, I have a jaw ache. I clench at night, so... Oh, God. Derek is in rehab. Can he see her plea? Is Luke an addict too? Knight of Pentacles, practical, reliable, hardworking. Pentacles is about those bitcoins. He's the one that asked for bitcoins, didn't he? I really think it's Derek. The Magician. Poof. They made him disappear. Did the family suspect that he was involved in this all along? Wait a minute. So, did Annie and Tommaso hire Derek to help them with this mess? I know Derek knows where the body is if she's dead. And I still don't want to believe that she's dead, guys. Departure. Moving to calmer waters. The 6 of Swords. Now, in the original thing for the 6 of Swords, the original Rider-Waite, the guy is standing on his dory. It's not a canoe. You know, a dory is different than a canoe. A dory has a flat bottom and it's built to carry weight like logwood and stuff like that. So he's on his dory and he has the 7 swords standing there, like set them there. His woman and his baby is on the front, you know, covered down like they're in the cold or something. And he, to me, he's just finished doing battle. And he may have won and escaped, and now he's moving to calmer waters to rest, because he might have to do battle again. So who's moving to calmer waters? Make sure the light's not getting it. Do you guys think it's Derek? Because that just kind of hit me. And remember, he reached out to Tommaso and Annie and saying, hey, I'm waiting for the Bitcoin on my end. If the family thought he was guilty, why did they not go up and speak in court when he was being sentenced? Right? None of them went there. The streamers went and got inside, but they didn't even go. So that part really kind of ticked me off when she said, we're in a nightmare that will not end. Nothing about our situation has changed. We have done our part and will never stop looking for her. What? They've never looked. Not even once. When I read that to my daughter, she says that part sounds like it was a deal. All right, we made a deal. And I held up my end of the deal. And it could be the deal of, hey, I'll pay out the Bitcoin if you tell me where my mom is, right? Not to say that they're guilty. You know, I go back and forth. Right? I don't want to be locked into any one theory. And I don't want to be a sleuth. I just want to read these cards and try to understand, right? Have they looked? My daughter says, that sounds like a deal. Like she made a deal, I lived up to my end, and now you better live up to your end. You still haven't told us. I went in there and I spoke for you. And told them to give you probation, 5 years probation, which probation is hard because you have to work a job to make money to pay for your probation monthly. And if you're not doing that and you can't pay, they lock you up. So probation is hard. So did she make a deal with Derek? And now she's pissed because Derek did not honor the deal. So Jennifer from ThornbridgeX, that word's hard for me to say because it starts with a TH and I'm Belizean, so we don't really say the TH all the time. I said TH all the time. So Thornbridge, right? She was mad today. She was mad because she said that she did an interview with a lady, I think, over the past week, 2 different days, long interview. Lady was giving a lot of information, and then something was revealed that scared her. And so she called the husband's brother-in-law. I think his name is Brian. He's a former or retired homicide detective from some other state. And she said, this is what the lady said or whatever. And he goes, we don't know what all the police or the FBI has or what they don't have. So I really feel like you should phone this in. And she phoned it in and they treated her like crap. And I get the impression she's kind of like me. Like when I get on the phone and I want to get something done, I can build rapport with the person on the other end of the phone real easy. You just have to ask about their day. You ask them their name. Even if they're not allowed to give you their first name, they'll give you the last name. Like Miss, like when you call a light company, they'll say Miss So-and-so or Mr. So-and-so. And you address them as such. People like to be addressed by their names. You know, so I can build rapport. So I figure she can build good rapport. And when she didn't build rapport with that person taking the tip, she was almost in tears. She was so upset. And I don't even know if they'll bring an interview tomorrow because they weren't supposed to be on today. They were supposed to be on tomorrow, but they say they will come on live whenever there's breaking news. I'm not gonna go live yet because I'm still practicing. I want to build more confidence. When we get monetized at the lowest level of the supers, then I'll go live. Okay, so my next question is, did Savannah have a deal with this person she was talking to and the person reneged on the deal? All right, tarot again. And then the third question we're gonna ask if Jennifer from Thornbridge is gonna bring her interview after all, because she filmed it. She was so upset, man. They were on for like 2 hours. Okay, this is what we don't see coming. 9 of Cups. Fulfillment, satisfaction, gratitude, luxury. Maybe she made a deal to pay out the 1.2 million. I think hers is $1 million that she's gonna give, and the 200,000 was from 2 other people put together, right? The Queen of Wands, charismatic, passionate, confident. So is it a woman she made the deal with? That's not Annie. Annie's the Queen of Cups. I'm sure even if this family is guilty of what they've done, let's say they're guilty as sin. Remember, I'm saying let's say if, right? They're stressed. And then if they didn't do it and they don't know who have their mom, they're hella stressed. So I'm going to give them some grace today, okay? Anxiety, guilt, despair, nightmares. They're stressed. Page of Cups, playful, imaginative, curious, dreamer. This is a very young energy. Derek Kalala is not really all that young. 4 of Swords, rest, recover, reflection, retreat. They're not resting. But then Savannah went away. Remember the last video? I'm like, she's over there doing Wordle. They said she was at the airport without a care in the world, no kids. Just booking a flight, you know, jumping on a flight to go. King of Pentacles. Who is the King of Pentacles? Who is the King of Pentacles? I always say that that's Trump when I'm reading on politics, but I'm not reading on politics right here. But it could very well be that Trump could play a role in this, especially if it has anything to do with the epilepsy files. 3 clarifiers. I have a headache right now, guys, because of my jaw issue. I'll go massage it. Put some ice on it in a little while. Mountain, delays and blockage. I've always wondered why Trump sent what's his face from the FBI, Cash, to help them. Why did he do this? Because he's very transactional. Love him or hate him, he's very transactional. And I don't see what it would benefit him for him to help Savannah, because Savannah was interviewing those survivors and revealing the epilepsy stuff, and you know, he would have every reason to hate her. This is somebody that they had a deal. My daughter was right. They had a deal. This is contracts and agreements. But who was the person they had to deal with? The tree. The tree is about ancestors. Let's see. It's about growth, family, health, ancestry. This is somebody in her family. I don't know who the King of Pentacles is though. It's not Cameron. It's not, what's his face, Tommaso. It's not her husband for sure. She can talk to her husband privately. Okay, we're gonna put a pin in this part. We still don't know who the King of Pentacles is, but I believe that it's somebody they made a deal with. If it's a deal to say, hey, give us back our mom and we'll pay you the money, I don't know. If it's some other type of hidden deal, it'll come out. It'll come out. So let's ask about Thornbridge. Poor Jennifer, I felt bad for her. She's so upset. It's kind of hard when you work hard on your videos and you have to toss them. I've had some videos like that where I've worked hard on them and I've had to toss them. For the cooking page, for this it's easy, just toss it, move on, do another read. The cooking page, when you've wasted all your ingredients, Lord have mercy. I still have to edit 2 videos for the cooking page right now. Oh Lord, it is hot. You can hear the AC. I had to wait for my daughter to leave to go to work because I've tried to tape outside at this time of the day when it's this hot, and the camera will shut down to protect itself from the heat. It'll say overheating, overheating. As it is, these Sonys like to overheat. So we're gonna ask if Jennifer is gonna have an opportunity to release her interview that she did, because I'm very anxious to find out who the hell she interviewed or what did they reveal. But I'm kind of nervous too, because it seems like they may have said that Miss Nancy gone, that she is unalive. You know, I have nothing that we do here is 100%. So I'll never tell you that I'm 100% sure of whatever, even though I feel strongly that that's Derek. I wouldn't say 100%, but I would give it 95%. And it's the same thing about Miss Nancy being alive. I give it 95% that she's alive and 5% that she could be gone. And that's not me hedging my bets. That's just me knowing that we can't know anything 100%. You know what I mean? This is what we don't see coming. I showed you the last one, right? That we don't see coming. The Emperor. Is this about nanos? This keeps riding up today. Strength. She's gonna have to have strength. She said, I don't really cry like this, but I just really fell apart when they treated me so poorly when I called the FBI. Ace of Wands. Inspiration, new opportunities, growth. She might be able to still bring it out. Intuition. She's gonna follow her intuition. I feel like that lady has really great intuition. You know, I don't get involved too much in the sleuthing part of YouTube. I watch, but I don't like give my opinions and stuff too much, because I'm not a sleuth. I'm in the card reading niche, and the sleuths kind of side eye the card readers, and I get it. A lot of card readers are very negative. They always talk about water and purple, and me, I'm just learning, so I approach it differently. No candles lit, no sage, no. I'm in tune with my God. 2 of Swords, indecision, stalemate, avoidance. She's still undecided. She's still undecided. She hasn't decided yet, but she's gonna persevere. She might end up doing it. I think she's gonna get clearance from the brother-in-law. She's gonna follow his advice, and she's also probably gonna speak to an attorney first, because I think somebody warned her, be careful how you put that stuff out there, because this stuff is getting dangerous. Oh my God. Wow. Let me see if I had any other questions. Why did Savannah say we'll never stop looking for her? Were they doing something behind the scene to look for her? Because they certainly was not out there in the washes. They have not been out there in the streets with the meth heads like Juice and them. So why would she say that? Does she really believe she's looking for her mom? Are they doing things behind the scenes that we know nothing about, that we're not privy to? Because we can look into stuff and think we know, but we might not know nothing. My son, my middle child, has a birthday on Wednesday the 29th. My uncle has a birthday tomorrow. And then my aunt, who's my uncle and my aunt are my mom's brother and sister, she has a birthday August 3rd. I am broke. By the time I'm done with all these people, I'm broke. My son just wants a cake from me, and then I bought him something from his Amazon wish list that was like 22 bucks. He understands. He understands his mama is still launching her card reading business off the ground. I've done plenty of reads already, you know, but I haven't charged anybody for any reads yet. Why? Because I'm building my confidence, but they have not been wrong, and they've helped. More importantly, even for right or wrong, they've helped. They've helped the people gain some peace over whatever they were agonizing over. Okay, so was them. Why Tomaso come up again? Jesus Cristo. Is he doing anything to look for Miss Nancy? I don't think so. And Savannah right next to him. I'm gonna fall down if Annie comes up too. Ace of Pentacles, prosperity, opportunity, abundance. If Savannah is innocent, she feels stabbed in the heart. Knight of Swords, ambitious, assertive, driven to succeed. Nine of Pentacles, self-sufficiency, luxury. I feel like she thinks the money that she put up was enough. I don't know why they came up together like this. I've seen many of people chat saying something going on between them, but I've never gotten that vibe. And I'm not gonna, you know, try to force to get that vibe. But why did they come up side by side? What kind of deal are they working on? It's weird. That's suspicious. Remember the little girl? That's suspicious. That's weird. What's her name? Kellyanne Conjob daughter used to say that. That's suspicious. That's weird. I think she went viral with that. Okay. Do we have anything else we want to ask? What can we expect is going to happen this week? Because I hear they're putting up more no parking signs in front of Miss Nancy's house, almost like if they're trying to stop the media from converging upon the house yet again. I'm not talking about the streamers, the media, the so-called real media, which I feel like the streamers are more real than the other media because they bring us the news before we get the news. What can we expect to happen in the next coming days? Oh, by the way, I heard that Alex lost his Twitter last night. I don't know why. When I saw him last, he was... I hope I read the underside of everything. When I saw him last, he was talking about recovery. If I didn't read any of the underside for the last two, I'll come back. Temperance. Balance, moderation, harmony. Okay. We're going to have some balance. We have to like moderate ourselves. Burden, overloaded, stress. That's what we can expect. Queen of Pentacles, nurturing, resourceful, practical. Who this? Who this? Another 10. Tens are about endings. Is it coming to an end, God? What does Sheriff got to do with this? We already read on him in the other video that you saw before this one, and nothing was going to happen to this fool from what we read. So something else is going to happen now? Page of Cups. Was she talking to the sheriff? They say he has a gambling addiction. I don't know. When I first pulled the card, I felt Derek. But I asked the question, how can she put this out there to Derek when Derek is in rehab? You can't look at TV when you're in rehab, right? They have you with a toothbrush scrubbing the toilet floor, right? The bathroom floor. So was she talking to the sheriff? I'm asking you, begging you to do the right thing. Make the right choice. Help us find her. Tell us where to look for her. I truly believe it was never too late. Help us bring the situation to an end. It could be the sheriff. You guys, I'm going to leave it here. We're going to come back to this again in another read. Pretty soon too. But initially, I thought it was Derek. But I did ask the question, how can Derek see what she's saying when he's in rehab? And then now I've pulled this asking, what can we expect this coming week? Can we expect endings? Who's this? Is this the prosecutor? the what you call the thing, the Attorney General, that's gonna bring some kind of balance back into the system for Pima County. I mean, you know how much people die in that jail? 1 every 31 days. The sheriff. Okay, that's where we're gonna end this one. Like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff, because I'm sure I'm gonna be back maybe before the day ends or tomorrow, bright and early. All right. I like to tape outside because you don't hear this AC like this, but I can't. Thank you for understanding. I love y'all. Bye.